Good afternoon, everyone. Let's call to order the February 13th, 2024 Oklahoma City Water Utilities Trust meeting. The first order of business is the approval of our minutes from the January 30th, 2024 meeting. Does anybody have any changes, comments, or questions, please? There being none, I'll entertain a motion. We have a motion and a second. Please vote. The minutes are approved. The next item on our agenda is the consent docket. Today we are presented with 18 different items, plans and specs for bids, several contracts for engineering and professional services, several amendments, several change orders, an RFP, some State Department agreements, a joint revocable permit, and ratifications of payments. Does anyone have any questions or comments? I'd like to review any specific items on the consent docket. There being none, I'll entertain a motion at this time, please. Please cast your vote. It passes. We're now on to the concurrence docket, where we find 3 items on the docket today. Does anyone have any questions about these 3 items? If there are none, I'll entertain a motion for the concurrence docket to be approved. We have a motion and a second. Please vote. It is approved. We now find ourselves at item number 5, which is an emergency construction contract. It's my understanding, since we do not have 4 votes today, we will move to defer this to the next meeting. Is that right, Amy? I'll entertain a motion to defer. We've got a motion and a second. Please cast your votes. The next item, General Manager, is items for individual consideration. I'll turn this over to you, item 6A at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have Jiffy John Samuel here today to give us a briefing on this item.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm good.
Good.
Good afternoon, Vice Chairman and the trustees. Jiffy John Samuel, Financial Operations Manager here. We have a resolution before you authorizing the execution of documents for financial assistance with Oklahoma Water Resources Board in the amount of $370,000. This funding will be utilized by OCWIT for an emerging contaminant, per and polyfluoroalkyl PFAS project. This project is done in multiple phases. The baseline project being identified as Phase 1. Phase 1 involves sampling at wastewater treatment plants, collection system basins, and subsequently generating an engineering report for the PFAS project. Phase 1 is really all about understanding the magnitude of the project and the future cost as the future PFAS regulations are being formulated and finalized. As a recap, on November 7th, 2023, OCWIT approved a resolution to file an application with OWRB for financial assistance with the Oklahoma Water Resources Board for an emerging contaminant project. On November 30th, 2023, OWRB approved OCWIT's funding request for $370,000, which is 100% loan forgiven. That is mandated by the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, also known as IIJA, Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. We did have an agenda item to the City Council this morning for their consideration and approval, which approved the financial assistance. This agenda item here authorizes the execution of these documents. With your consideration, for today, staff recommends approval of this agenda item. With that being said, I'll be happy to answer any questions if you all have any.
Any questions about item 6A? If there are none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the resolution.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job. Cast your votes. It is approved. The next item on our agenda is the General Manager report.
Mr. Chairman, I have nothing else to add.
Okay. Are there any citizens to be heard today, Amy?
No.
Then we find ourselves at adjournment. We are adjourned. Thank you.